Okay, I think today's workout's pretty fun. We're just gonna need actually one light hand weight. I'm probably gonna use 3, so probably don't do anything more than 5. To get started, let's start standing. And here we're gonna go into a squat, and then we shift over into one leg. So once we're up, then shift over and we do a side leg lift. So this side leg lift happens with our side cheek. So try to keep that toe facing forward. The second you open up like this is hip flexor, okay? Not side cheek. All right, so it looks like this in real time. We're gonna stay on this one side. I'll let you know halfway through when to switch over. All right, ready, begin. Looking good, that little bit of balance there. And then you shift back to equal weight for your squat. 3, 2, 1. Now we go right over to the other side. Foot facing forward the best you can. Try to lead with the outside of your heel. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, should be feeling pretty warmed up there. Now we're going to lay onto your side. We're going to be working into the top oblique. So what we're going to do is lift the weight of the legs. So the legs will stay stuck together. So immediately your top oblique should be working. And then we're going to crunch. So I'm going to leverage off my bottom arm a little bit, crunch by reaching towards my feet. Okay, really try to minimize your neck. Work into this top oblique. Here we go. Good, just keeping those legs off the ground the whole time. Exhale, crunch. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we switch sides. Okay, once you're ready, begin. Exhale, crunch.
Lisa, this is catching my lower back or mid back.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Nope, it should be specifically here. So maybe just bend your knees and we can try a little crunch like this. Good question. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. So Margaret, you would actually keep your legs down for that, okay? Don't hover anymore. Was that an okay fit for everybody else? It's effective? Okay, so what we might do is, if you just need that modification, we can go into a little side crunch like this. You can also give your head more support if you're feeling a lot of neck. Okay, so this is still very much top oblique without feeling like you have to hover with no head support, stuff like that. So I'll remind you guys for next round in case you need to grab that modification. All right, next we're gonna go into some marching in bridge. Okay, so laying on your back. We're gonna roll up so that pelvic tuck is already engaged. So rolled up, cheeks are on, and then we're gonna march. So those hips stay up there. Take a leg into tabletop, slowly bring it back down. Now the other side. So this is done very, very slowly. And what's happening is we're alternating which cheek is taking on the work of lifting and stabilizing the hips at the top of our bridge. So just move nice and slow. Get a breathing rhythm. Be conscious of what cheek you're about to turn on. Then squeeze into it, keep it on, and then you switch over. Stay conscious of the whole thing. It's not just going through the motions here. We're being very on purpose. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Good job. Next one, we're going to pin our upper body down. So we're still on our back. Pin the upper body down. Your shoulders will not lift off the floor. Take those legs to tabletop. Our legs become weights once again for the core work we're going to be doing. We're going to gently and slowly bring the knees over to the right. Keep those shoulders on the floor. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, over to the left. Keep those abs strong. Exhale, bring it back to center. And you're just going to move slowly, side to side, left to right. Legs are your weights for your entire core to brace and move. You'll feel a little stretch to the side. That's great, but stay strong, okay? This is not going to go into that low back. If it's going into the low back, it's because you've let go of your abs. Just move slow and in control, keeping those abs braced the whole time. Your neck is relaxed. We're not doing anything with your head. Don't let that low back arch away from the floor too much. You'll kind of twist and rotate away, but it's not going to arch away, okay? So we're still really trying to keep that low back flat. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we can place the hands at the base of our tailbone. And you can keep the knees bent, so this will be a modification. It'll look like this. Both toes tap the floor, bring it back to tabletop. Low back stays on the ground the whole time. If you want to make this just a little bit harder, legs will extend straighter, and you lower from there. Exhale, pull back up to the ceiling. Good. All right, just begin at your own pace with legs straight if you want it harder, or bent to make it a little bit easier. Number one thing you're concentrating on is keeping those abs strong and low back pinned to the floor. All right, if that low back is lifting, then we need to adjust. Maybe don't take those legs so low. I like to inhale to lower the legs and then exhale, huge hollow out to bring those legs back up. Neck and shoulders relaxed. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, that was good. That's our first round down. So let's come back up to standing. We're going to start with our squat to our single leg lift out to the side. Begin when you're ready. Toes facing forward. So lead with that outer heel, outer cheek. Good pace. Margaret, kick to the side, towards your bed. And 2, 1, and we go right over to the other side. Begin. Try to keep that rhythm with your breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing, not stress, shallow breathing in the chest, okay? Full diaphragmatic breathing, keep that rhythm going. And 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, laying down on your side. So we have our side crunches again, and I'll demonstrate. This is how we did them last time, where we keep the legs up, crunch. As a modification, bend both legs, rest them, hands behind your head, and I kind of think of like bringing my top shoulder towards the top of my hip, like I'm crunching in that direction. Okay, so feel free to experiment with that. Make sure it's a good fit for you. All right, here we go. Two, one, and switch sides. Okay, same thing to the other side now. Ready, begin. Relying on this top oblique. We're really not using much of anything else. Legs, maybe they're working a tiny bit, but just think of them as staying stuck together, hovering off the floor. I'm using this bottom arm instead of my neck, so I can really concentrate on crunching and reaching with my top hand. Five, four, three, two, one, and rest. Good. Now we'll go into our marching bridge. This is where we stay up in our bridge, squeezing these cheeks to start, and we slowly start to march. Slowly marching, and stay up there. If you're not quite sure if those hips are staying level, you can place your hands on your hip bones. This gives you some feedback immediately of how well your glutes are doing their job. Right? We have a single glute working pretty much at each time, and it needs to keep both hip bones up and level. Nice job. See some of you checking out those hip bones. Keep the neck relaxed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right, let's go into our knee drops. This is where we pin the shoulders down. Legs again are our weights. And we just gently move left to right. Stay in control. Okay, we're not going to surprise our back by trying to overextend. We move in a range of motion that we are strong in and have the control in. Go ahead and begin. So you'll notice my legs do not go down to the floor, okay, because I don't want the chance to tweak my back, overextend my back. I think sometimes when we touch our legs to the floor, we relax for a moment. This is no time to relax, okay? We stay strong the entire time. So I just don't want you to feel like you have to have this huge range of motion, okay? You're going to get plenty of work out of this by just staying turned on and moving slowly. 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one of the sequence. We're going to place the hands at the base of the tailbone. Some of you might find that this does really help that low back, but I'm also just going to cue it because it grounds us down to the floor. And what we'll do is either keep those knees bent, tap, and bring it back to tabletop, or straighten the legs and lower. You don't have to go super low. I'm trying to demonstrate a low leg lower, but you don't have to go quite as low as me if your low back does not stay down when you do that. And I inhale down, exhale to lift, and I hollow out and press my belly button to the floor. And then I really try to keep my belly button to the floor as I lower back down, and then re-engage in that hollow out exhale as those legs lift back up. So they're kind of playing into each other. The last rep reinforces the next one. Doing good here. A couple more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, take a breather if you need it. That's the end of round 2. A lot of abs in this set. Everybody feeling good with keeping the work here in those abs, not the low back? Okay, good, good. And personalize it, right? So if an exercise is not working right, I don't mind you hopping in asking what to do instead. That's great. But also if you just kind of know, like, hey, I'm just going to do fewer reps, or I'm just going to sit the last 10 seconds out, no problem, okay? All right, getting going in our third round. Back to our squat and side leg lift. Begin. Keep that breathing rhythm. Abs on a little bit. Three, two, one, switch sides. And 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bringing it down to the floor. Side crunch. Modification can look like this. Or you can take those legs out. So we have a longer lever for the obliques to work with. And crunch, reaching for the feet. Decide which one's best for you. Here we go. The emphasis is on the top oblique. That's what's working the most. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. Begin when you're ready. Two, 1, and done there. Onto your back. We're back to our bridge and marching. Okay, great exercise for stabilizing the hips. Here we go. Moving slow. Bring that leg into full tabletop. So we get a nice squeeze of the opposite cheek. The one that's still working, it squeezes as we bring that leg to that tabletop, stabilizing throughout until we switch. And then it's the other cheek's turn. Good stuff. The hips don't have to be super, super high, but they are lifted in a slight pelvic tuck, okay? That pelvic tuck means that you're kind of curling that tailbone upwards, flattening your low back, and that kind of shortens those lower abs as well, so we get those playing into the mix. And 3, 2, 1. All right, now for more abs. Pin those shoulders down. Knee drops, left to right, move slow. Here we go. To make this harder, you straighten your legs. To make this easier, you can actually keep those toes on the floor as long as you can keep your low back down, right? We don't want to be arching the low back in this position. Nice pace, everybody. Finishing strong in this third round. Keep those abs working for you. And 2, 1. Yes, all right, last one. Let's keep those abs working. All right, low back, pin to the floor. Legs are gonna lower and lift. Exhale on the lift, hollow out. And that stays, that hollow out, that tension, that work stays as those legs lower back down. And then we re-engage on that exhale. So just keeping those abs working as hard as we can because we want stronger abs. We want a stable spine. And again, those legs are your weights. Okay, try not to turn this into a leg exercise. Isolate, isolate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Done with that sequence. Grab some water if you need it. Stretch out those hip flexors if you're feeling them. Stretch out the back if you're feeling them. Just take care of your body. Okay, coming into our next set. All right, we're gonna move into some side leaps. So we're gonna use our first exercise again to kind of raise the heart rate, get the blood flowing through the muscles. So this is side leaps, also incorporating a little bit of balance. So I want you to use up the space that you have, okay? Don't make these miniature. All right, so side leap, stick. Side leap, stick. All right, so we're consciously slowing down our momentum, using those muscles, and then we create it again. Okay, ready, begin. So we're slowing it down to find that balance for a second. Because these can be done quickly too. Maybe we do that next round just to change it up, but I want you to know what it takes to turn on those balance muscles. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, everybody find a wall. We're going to move into wall angels. So we set up, basically the tops of your cheeks, kind of low back, is in the wall. Our legs are far enough away from the wall where you can pelvic tuck. And then we line everything up. So we're pushing our low back into the wall, mid back into the wall, upper back And then the center of your head. Okay, so you're looking straight forward and you're kind of making a double chin and bringing those arms all the way back, pinning it open. Feeling those posture muscles opening up, core muscles on, back core posture muscles working. 2, 1, rest. That looked great. Good. Good head posture, everybody. All right, let's pick up our light weight. We just need 1. And we're going to go into a reverse fly. So I kind of just use my opposite leg to kind of rest on here. And then we're going to go straight out to the side. Okay, so no higher than your shoulder. Move slow both directions. This can also just be body weight. Okay, so no problem there. If the weight's too much, we don't want strain. Working on the back side of your shoulder and the muscles along your shoulder blade. And you're moving slow both directions, so you're in complete control. No momentum. The weight's not moving you around. And this parallel position is what's really helping us. So gravity is working with us, able to work into those posture muscles really well. And 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Parallel position, rest the rest of the body, and we work this single arm, nice and slow. Excuse me. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. We'll put that weight down. And now we're going to go into modified jumping jacks. We're going to bring the heart rate back up. Modified jumping jack, side, together, side, together. So we're also working hips and shoulders here, getting that heart rate up. You can move as slow or as fast as you'd like. Keeping that posture open and tall. And 2, 1, good. All right, we've got the heart rate up. For now, isometric holds and bridge. Okay, so I know that we've done this one before, but what we do here is we essentially are telling our body we want to move to create that muscle work, but there's actually no movement. So it can be a little bit confusing when I'm cueing you, okay? So I'm going to just demonstrate first. I'm going to drive my heels down into the floor. I bridge up in my pelvic tuck. And what I'm going to do here is I'm now going to drive my heels down even more and pull them towards my body. Right? So while you did not see my feet move, my muscles changed. I really turned on my hamstrings because my legs want to bend more, but they're stuck in the floor. Okay, so just kind of try to stay with me here, all right? So I'll walk you through this one. Not a whole lot of movement here, but definitely it will intensify this bridge. All right, up in bridge, make sure your weight is in your heels. Drive those heels down. Now try to pull them underneath your body. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and everybody roll back down. Good. Yeah, a little bit of a hamstring Charlie horse, huh? You're doing it right. Just try to get those glutes to activate a little bit more. All right, let's do it again. Roll it up in your pelvic tuck, maintain at the top, drive those heels down. Now pull them under your body. Try to keep pulling them under your body. Keep those glutes squeezing together, pull those heels under your body. You guys are doing great. Nobody's actually moving your legs, which is good. You're just creating the work. 2, 1, and roll it back down. Good. I'm going to add a cue too. As you're cueing your body to pull under yourself. Also, shoot your knees away from you. Okay, so I'll cue that this time. All right, bridging up, drive down through your heels. All right, heels are down, pull under your body, and lengthen your knees over your toes. Heels are pulling under your body, lengthen your knees over your toes. Keep those cheeks squeezing. 3, 2, 1, done. Good. Any questions? Works, huh? It really lights up the backs of the legs, yeah? Good. Okay, that's what I wanted. All right, let's go back to our side leaps. And we can have the option of picking up the pace just to change it up a little bit. So if you want to do that, it'll look like this. Okay, so this is more like a skater. Okay, so take it on if you want. Otherwise, you're back to working into that balance. Okay, I'll let you decide. Begin when you're ready. Doing good. I like that everybody's got their own style going on. Your own pace. And use those arms. That's great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back to our wall angel. The setup is so important. Your feet need to be kicked away from the wall enough to nuzzle that low back in there. And then you just press back like you're smashing everything back into the wall. So we'll be here for 30 seconds. Isometric hold, so you're creating that work without movement. And you have this like double chin going on. It's okay. Make it. It's helping to correct posture. It's correcting that head posture where we have our head forward too much. So it's just creating those neck muscles, making them do their job correctly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, we are back to our single arm reverse fly. We don't go too heavy with these. Parallel to the floor. So I'm resting my elbow on my front arm or front leg. Yeah, good. And just straight out to the side. Moving slow. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Begin when you're ready. Nice job, guys. Long neck, just looking down at the floor. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll put the weight down. And we're back to our modified jumping jack. And begin. Looking good, guys. I love the energy. Keep that going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're back to our isometric hold and bridge. On your back, All right, so you're gonna start here and you'll end here, okay? So there's nothing changing. Do not move the positioning of your feet, nothing like that, okay? All right, bridge up in your pelvic tuck. Drive the heels down and pull under your body. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, come back down. Good. And again, roll it up. Get those glutes squeezing together. Drive the heels down and under. Pull under. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And roll it down. Good. I'm going to change up this last one. So again, your feet do not move, okay? Roll it up. Squeeze those cheeks together. Drive those heels down and towards each other. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and rest. Grab some water. All right, shall we? Coming back to our third and final round. All right, we're in our side leaps or skaters. Skaters is a little faster. Side leaps concentrates on balance. Okay, so whichever one you want to challenge, aerobic or balance. Begin when you're ready. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find the wall. Get that low back in there, mid back, upper back, center of the back of your head with a double chin, and if you can, you press the elbows and the hands against the wall. If your hands don't touch, no problem, don't force it. If your head doesn't touch with the center of the back of your head, just hover in front of the wall with a chin tuck. Breathing down into the diaphragm. Your abs are engaged, but you're still able to breathe. Three, 2, 1, and rest. All right, let's finish up with some more posture work with our single arm reverse fly. Begin when you're ready. And 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. Begin when you're ready. And 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Our last one, coming back down to the floor. In our third round, we know what we're doing, right? We know how to create this work in our isometric hold of bridge. So I'm going to be kind of cueing just for some fun, right? So take on the cues that you can apply effectively and safely. So on your back, we're going to bridge. Did I forget one? Okay. I did forget one, didn't I? Okay. Let's do it last. Okay, so sorry about that. Okay. We're going to bridge up. Squeeze those glutes together. Drive those heels down and together and under. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest down. Good. How'd that feel? A lot going on, huh? All right, let's roll it back up. Glutes are on, they stay on. Drive the heels down, together, under. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. And we roll it back up. Last time, squeeze those glutes, heels down, together, in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down. And so sorry, we can't start our cool down yet. Let's come back up. We're going to go into our modified jumping jacks. I don't want to cheat you guys, just because I forgot. All right, just begin when you're ready. Just keep that energy going. This is our last 40 seconds of work, and then we will do our cool down. Sorry, Susan, for the ups and downs. There we go, some pep in your step. Feeling some shoulders, feeling some hips, keeping those abs on a little bit. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I actually thought that was a good way to end now because we're gonna lay down on your back. Heart rate's elevated a little bit, breathing a little bit harder, and now we focus on slowing that all down. So laying on your back, get comfortable. For the next minute, we're going to be focusing on your breathing, restorative breathing. The breath goes down into your diaphragm. We expand, oxygenating your muscles and your brain. And then that exhale is twice as long as that inhale. So really slowing it down, fully exhale, let all that air out of your lungs, and then you get to fill right back up in that next inhale, and it feels amazing. Here we go. Spend the next minute in gratitude, feeling those feelings of gratitude, keeping the brain focused on gratitude. hope you feel great. Do spend some time stretching if you need it. We worked the full body today.